Good day, class. So today we will be discussing understanding culture, society, and politics, module 2, lesson 2, or week 2. Okay. So our lesson for today would be culture and society as anthropological and sociological concepts. Okay. So what to learn or what to be learned in this lesson would be describe society and culture as a complex whole. So after the lesson, you are expected to describe society and culture as complex whole. Gaano kasalimuot ang lipunan at ang kultura. Okay? Now, to introduce you with the lesson, let me read you this. Culture and society are two important concepts in the study of anthropology and sociology. No human society can exist and develop without its culture. Sociologists and anthropologists are keenly interested in the study of culture because the study of human society is incomplete without it. Okay? So it separates us now. Culture and society. Culture separates us from the animal society because man alone is capable of transmitting. Man alone is rational and intellectual being that can transmit its culture, its social experiences to everyone, no, to offsprings. Okay? Unlike animal, no, they do not have a system of learning or transmission. Okay? That is how we are distinguished from the animals. Now, society and culture are two most important and biggest concept in the study of sociology and anthropology without each other. Okay? Meaning to say they are complementary. They complement each other. And so without each other, one would not exist. Okay? So one would stop existing or there would be no culture, there would be no society if no one would not exist. Okay? Now, to let us define culture first. Okay, so we will start with the discussion on culture. Culture is derived from the Latin term cultus, meaning tilling or cultivating or refining. This means cultivating and refining a thing to such an extent that its end product evokes our interest and respect. So literally, cultus meaning tilling or cultivating. It's like developing a land. It's like improving a land or preparing a land class for planting, no? Para parang inaararo yung lupa, piniprepare ang lupa para magtanim, para kapag tumubo, no, magkaroon ng bunga na masagana yung lupa, no? Okay? That evokes interest and respect. Okay. Culture defined. Okay. So there are different definition of culture according to social scientists. So Marett defines culture as a communicable intelligence. Okay. Robert Redfield defined it as the sum total of conventional meanings embodied in artifacts, social structure, and symbols. But the most common or acceptable definition of culture is that of Sir Edward Burnett Tylor. He said that culture refers to that complex whole which includes knowledge, beliefs, arts, moral, laws, customs, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of the society. It is a socially patterned human thought and behavior. So Edward Burnett Taylor, as father of culture, said no, that culture encompasses knowledge, beliefs, art, morals, customs, and any other capabilities and habits of man. Okay? Meaning to say, all that you do, all that you think, that's all that you aspire for, all that you believe, okay, are products of culture. Okay? Let's give example. So examples would be food habits. So food is culture. Okay? The food you eat is culture. The way or the manner of your dressing is culture. Marriage custom is culture. Ways of greetings, okay? So ways of greeting, okay? So Filipino way of greeting, mabuhay, kumusta? So in other culture, it would all be different. There would be aloha. There would be, okay, hello, hi, okay? Sige. Working pattern, lifestyle. So our lifestyle is culture. Our values, okay, culture. Our family workers, okay, and the others, okay, are all culture. Now, sabi niya, culture involves at least four components. So what are these components? One, what people think. So I will address it to you. What are you thinking? Ano ba ang iniisip mo? Ano ang dumadaloy sa isip mo sa pang-araw-araw, sa mga bagay-bagay, no? Uh, how do you think? Paano ka mag-isip? Okay? Is culture. Okay? Lahat ng dumadaloy at iniisip mo ay bahagi ng kultura. Okay? What people do? Ano ang ginagawa natin? Our work is culture. Okay? Kung ikaw ay isang guro, no? Ikaw ay isang estudyante, ikaw ay nanay, if you are a mother, you are a father, okay? You are a student, you are a nurse, you are a doctor, you are a teacher, all these are culture, okay? The material products they produce, okay? Material products, those tangible, the things that we produce are all culture, like houses, like bridges, like transportations, like clothing, like food, no? Everything, the buildings, technology, okay, are all material products. They are all culture. Then, our beliefs, paniniwala, so would be religion, okay? Then knowledge, our our knowledge, okay, the wisdom, okay, and values are parts of culture. So basically everything is culture. Everything is in us is culture. Okay? From the time you wake up in the morning, what you do in the morning when you get up, no, you brush your teeth, you eat your breakfast, you go to school or wherever you go, okay? It's culture. And from the time you sleep at night, okay, when you pray at night, that's culture. No? And everything in between that you do in your waking hours is all culture. Okay? So think of how influential or think of the influence of culture to a person. Your role, no? Your role as a male, your role as a female. Okay? Your role as a daughter, as a son, as a mother, as a father, no? Are all culture. Okay? Now, we have types of culture. One is material culture. What is material culture? When we talk about material culture, these are things, bagay, anak, mga tangible culture, mga nakikita, nahahawakan, tangible, concrete objects, things, no? These are the products of human efforts to control his environment and make his life comfortable and safe. And safe physical objects or artifacts, things that human create by altering natural environment, e.g., dwellings, tools, weapons, and clothing. So when you talk about material things, you think about all that you see. Okay? Look at your surroundings. All that you see in your surroundings are culture. Your clothes, your food, your house, the street, okay, the concrete pavement, the buildings, the houses, okay, are all culture. Okay? They are product of um, man's um, eagerness to provide for for his needs and for him to make his life more comfortable. Okay? Gagawa siya ng paraan na para masolusyonan yung mga pangangailangan niya, para mabigyan niya ng sagot na yung mga pangangailangan niya, para matugunan yung mga pangangailangan niya, gagawa siya. Okay? Ala namang maglakad siya mula dito hanggang sa eskwelahan kung malayo. O kung pupunta siya ng ibang bansa, paano yan? E di syempre, iisip siya ng paraan paano siya makapunta sa mas madali at komportableng paraan. O gumawa siya ng kotse, ng tricycle, ng eroplano. Okay? See? Now, number 2 is non-material culture. So material culture, we say the things, okay? The tangible things, the concrete physical objects that man produced to make his life comfortable. Now, non-material culture are ideas, okay? So yung isa, no, physical. Itong isa, non-material, are ideas, okay? So these are intangible culture that refers to the language use, habits they follow, ideas, custom, behavior, of any society, profess of which they strive to conform, laws, techniques, lifestyle, knowledge are included. It does not have physical shape. Okay? So when we talk about non-material culture, we mean the ideas, okay, or the values or the custom and traditions that we have, okay? Like religion is one, okay? Language, okay? No? Behavior, okay? All of these, okay? We strive to conform. Meaning to say, when we say conform, you try to follow, you try to be as obedient, okay, as you would want to, no? on this laws, on this culture, okay, like language, okay, like religion, like laws, okay, you try to conform with, okay. Sige. Next, we have components of culture. So what are the components of culture? So one is norms. Okay? Norms often describe as social norms, guides or models of behavior which tells what is proper and what is not, appropriate or inappropriate, right or wrong, sets limit within which individual may seek alternatives or ways to achieve goals, regulates people's behavior in a given society that come in the form of rules, standard, or prescription followed by people. Okay. So, mas sa madaling salita, okay, ang kultura, may mga components na ganito. Una ay norm. Napakahaba, no? But in the simplest terms, norms are rules. Rules, okay? Norms are standards of acceptable behavior, okay? So, in other words, kapag pinag-uusapan natin ang norms, no? Okay? Ito yung mga bagay na nagsiset ng behavior, okay? Sa atin, okay? So these rules, these norms, this standard of what is acceptable, okay, prevents us, okay, from doing what is wrong, what is inappropriate, okay, what is not proper, okay. So pag sinabi nating norm, parang pinipigilan ka niyan, no? It is a form of social control. Parang pinipigilan ka na gawin yung hindi dapat. Parang ang norm ang magsasabi sa iyo kung ano ang dapat mong gawin lamang. Okay? Sige, next. Yan. These are the example. For instance, norms for boys and girls, for men and women, norms of conduct for doctors, for teachers, for military, for engineers, for nurses. So yun, no? Norms, rules for boys and girls. Okay? What is expected of you as a boy or a male, or what is expected of you as a girl or a female. Okay? So sa pagbibihis pa lang, meron na, di ba? Kapag lalaki ka, ito. Kapag babae ka, ito ang susuotin mo. Kapag lalaki ka, huwag kang iiyak. Kapag babae ka, pwedeng maging iyakin. So, in our culture, it's like that. Okay? For men and women, sa medyo mas matatandang lalaki o matatandang babae, ano ang kailangan nilang gawin? What behavior is expected of them? If you are a wife, if you are a husband, okay? Or you are a father, you are a mother, what is expected of you as a mom, or what is expected of you as a dad? Okay? So like that. Norms of conduct for doctors. So if you are a doctor, professional doctor, okay, a medical doctor, a professional teacher, a military or engineers, there are rules for them. There are rules for professions. Okay? Like there are rules for teachers. Diba? Alam niyo yan. So these norms will somehow dictate us. This part of culture, this component of culture somehow dictates us of what to do or how to behave in the society. Paano ka kumilos o gumalaw? O paano ka, how would you conduct yourself in the society? Okay? Sige. Next, values. Values represent standard used to evaluate desirability of things. It usually defines what is right, good, and moral. So values o pagpapalaga, okay? O, bilang component ng culture, okay? Individual values varies. Ibig sabihin, yung values ng isang tao, iba-iba yan, no? From culture to culture, values are different. So, Filipino values, in general, Filipino values, anong pagpapahalaga nila? Okay? What do they desire for? So, most Filipinos desire for what? For a close family ties, a healthy family ties, no? Sabi na Filipinos are clannish. Masyado silang makapamilya, makaangkan, no? Yan. Ano pa? They desire for education is one values for Filipino. Gusto nila yung mga anak nila nakapagtapos, nag-aral lahat. Okay? Yun yung dinidesire nila. Yun yung values ng mga Filipino. What else do they value? Diba? So, values, class, in culture, sa kultura, importante ang values. No? Okay? Because it is our perception of what is right, what we aspire for, what we look forward for, okay? What we want, okay, in life. Yan. Ano yung mga gusto mo? Ano yung gusto mong maabot? Ano yung hinihiling mo? Ano yung pinapahalagan mo sa buhay mo? Okay? Next, language. So as a component of culture, language is very important. Okay? So it refers to a system of symbols that have specific and arbitrary meaning in a given society. It sets human being from other species. Unable to talk about past and future, it makes possible to learn others' experiences. It's the most important means of cultural transmission. And from all of this, language can free human imagination. Hindi ba ang ganda? So, ano ang ginagawa bilang component of culture? What is language? What is the use of language? What is the function of language? Ang sabi niya dito, no? It enables, okay? It sets us from other species. Ibig sabihin, it sets us apart. no, from other species. Ibig sabihin, ito yung distinction natin sa ibang mga creation, no? Sa ibang uri ng nilalang, no? Tayo lang ang nakakapagsalita. Tayo lang ang nakakagawa ng lengguwahe. Dahil sabi nila, our physical endowment, no? Meron tayong kumpletong uh, parts ng katawan, no? Nakakapag-create ng sound, no? Ng mga letters, nakakapag-create ng sound at nakakapagsalita o nakakapagbigkas, no? Ng mga sounds ng isang ng mga letra ng mga salita. So it sets us apart from other creatures. Okay? Only we human beings, class, can talk, no? Can talk about our experiences, no? About our past and our future. It makes possible to learn others' experiences. Why? Because syempre kapag nalaman mo, kapag natutunan mo through language, through communication, through transmission, okay? Napag-aaralan natin, no? And it is the most important means of cultural transmission. Bakit? Kasi nasasabi mo eh. Oh, sa anak mo, nakukwento mo, nasasabi mo kung ano ang dapat o hindi. Anak, mag-opo ka sa mga matatanda. Use po or opo. Magmano ka. And so, the child understands you. No? So, you transmit your culture to your child. Okay? Or to everyone. As a teacher, no, I can teach you the past culture or the existing culture na hindi nyo pa masyadong nasusubukan. And from all of this, sabi niya, language can free human imagination. Yan, di ba? Language can free human imagination. Why? Because everything that's inside your mind, everything that goes, okay, within your mind, you can speak it out. Di ba? Dun sa, sabi niya doon sa patalastas, what's on your mind? Let's talk it over. Alak yata yon. What's on your mind? Let's talk it over. Super dry, sabi niya. No? Meaning to say, it free human from all his imagination. Lahat ng nasa isip mo, pwede mong sabihin. Okay? You can translate it into, okay? You can make something out of what you think of. No? You can speak it out. You can translate it in other form. Okay? So that's it. And then, fashion, fads, and crazes. O, ayan. Okay? Fashion, fads, and crazes are short-lived. People are expected to comply with, may operate as a force for social change. Okay? Pag sinabi nating fashion, alam nyo yan. No? Kung ano ang uso, damit, buhok, um, damit, buhok, technology, accessories, music, dance, yan, no? Fads and crazes. Okay? So, these are no, short-lived. Yung mga yan ay all are part of our culture. Okay? Think of think of what is your craze today. Diba? Mga nanonood kayo ng Korean novela, nagbibihis kayo ng Korean novela, kumakain kayo ng samji. Okay? But these all are short-lived. No? They will pass na. Sabihin na maraming mga ganyan na dumaan na pero yan, nawala na lang din bigla. No? Like Aldab, no? Like yung super sikat, Katniel, no? Once, yung buhok, dati, ang uso yung mohawk, no? Yung mohawk. Yung dito lang sa gitna, yung kanyang, ano, yung buhok, dito kalbo, di ba? So, after one year, wala na. Iba na naman ang uso, yung may mga guhit-guhit naman. And so, it's like that. Fashion, fads, and crazes are parts of culture. No? Okay. Tayo ba ay obligado? Obligado ba tayo na sumunod? Hindi. Pero, parang isa silang malakas na force, no? Na kailangan tayong sumunod. Bakit? Eh kung hindi ka susunod, aba, parang mapapag-iwanan ka ng panahon. Imagine kung ako anak ng 1970s, kung suot ko pa yung mga damit ko ng 70s or 80s, aba baka tawanan niyo ako. Or kung yung buhok ko ay nung 70s or 80s pa, aba baka tawanan niyo ako kasi it's like you are not fitted. It's like you don't belong in this timeline. You don't belong in this time frame kapag ka iba ang suot mo. No, tatawagin kang saan ka galing. You see? No? So kapag hindi ka marunong mag-opa ngayon, okay? O kumain ng samji, parang you are out of this world. Parang no? Parang saan ka galing na mundo at hindi mo alam ang mga nangyayari. Okay? Example, sabi niya are new style of clothes, bags, shoes, hairdo may also include new style of houses, cars, appliances, shows, even music, prestige, and status of a person depends on the use of new styles. Yan. Okay? Sige. Now, forms of social norms. Oh, okay. Una, mga components, okay, ng kultura. Norms, values, grace, language. Now, we have the forms of social norms. Ano ang forma, no, ng ating mga rules, okay? Now, one is folkways. Folkways are customary patterns of everyday life that specify what is socially correct and proper. Okay? So when we talk about folkways na, these are your everyday routines. Yung ginagawa mo araw-araw. Okay? These are customary ways, repetitive or typical habits and pattern expected behavior followed within a group of community, gain the support of public opinion and tradition, serve as regulators of people's sentiments and attitudes towards given issue or topic. So when we talk about folkways, these are the general acceptable behavior. Yung nakagawian mo na ginagawa mo araw-araw, nakatanggap-tanggap sa lahat ng sitwasyon, yan ay folkways. Okay, think about this, class. Ano ang araw-araw na kailangan gawin bago pumasok sa school? Let's say pumapasok kayo. Ano? Kumakain, naliligo. Okay? So that is your everyday routine, naliligo. Eh kung hindi ka naliligo at pumasok ka sa school nang hindi naliligo, okay? So may violation ba of the folkways? Meron. Okay? Pero obligado ka ba na sumunod? Hindi. Kasi wala namang batas na nagsasabi na maligo ka araw-araw. Hindi ka rin ikukulong, hindi ka huhulihin ng pulis kung ikaw ay hindi maliligo. Pero ano ang sanction? May sanction kapag ka ikaw ay lumabag. Ano? Una, ayaw kang katabi ng mga classmate mo. Pangalawa, okay, pagtatawanan ka. Pangatlo, pagchichismisan ka. Pangapat, no, aayawan ka ng mga kaibigan mo kasi mangangamoy ka na. Okay? So these are examples of norms or rules of folkways. Now, your repetitive or typical or routinary, no, yung araw-araw na ginagawa na acceptable sa lahat no, at sa alinmang sitwasyon. Kapag lumabag ka diyan, yan, may violation ka at may sanction. Sa bagay, hindi naman siya malala, no? Okay, ano pa? Simbahan, kapag nagsisimba, what is norm? Ano ang rule sa simbahan pag ikaw ay pumunta sa simbahan? Usually, uupo ka, tahimik, no? Susunod ka sa sinasabi ng pare, umupo, makinig, okay? Huwag mag-ingay, huwag mag-cellphone. That is the norm in the in the church, di ba? Now, yung damit, ano ang norm? Somehow you have to be decent kapag pumasok ka. Hindi ka dapat naka-short shorts or naka braless or naka tube. Okay? Now, these are the rules. Oh. Ngayon, kapag ikaw ay hindi sumunod, anak ang kaingay kaya simbahan, you are so noisy in church, inside the church. Is there a violation of folkways? Meron. Okay? Ano ba ang sanction? Wala. Pero, titignan ka ng lahat. No? Baka titignan ka ng masamang mata, sasabihin mo, ang ingay nito nasa simbahan. Okay? O, pumunta ka ng palengke. Aba, dress to the nines. Nag-gown ka, nasa palengke ka. Okay? So, is there a violation of folkways? Kapag pupunta sa palengke, yung ordinary dress lang or ordinary clothes. Okay? So, is there a violation of folkways? Okay, meron. Or, kapag, no, in our culture, hindi nag-oopo o nagpopo ang isang bata, kausap niya ang matanda, okay? On the part of the elderly, sa part ng matanda, parang nababastusan siya. Okay? So, because it is customary sa atin or it is acceptable that we use po or opo every time we talk to a stranger or older than us, we use po and opo. But when you don't, no? Is there a violation of folkways? Meron. Okay? Pagmamano. Yan. No? Okay. Kapag hindi ka nagmano sa mga matatanda, dumating sila sa bahay, oh, no? May sasabihin din sila. Okay? Next. Yan. Example, shaking of hands, taking a bath, frequently and keeping one's lone cup, okay? Drinking liquor in the church. Okay. Now we have mores. What is mores? As a uh, social norm, mores is defined as what is morally right and what is morally wrong. Folkways with ethical and moral significance strongly held and emphasized, associated with strong feeling of right or wrong. It embodies codes of ethics and standard of morality, includes standards on sex behavior, family relation, attitudes towards authority, religion, and unfortunate sector of the society. Violation of mores result in strong disapproval and even severe punishment. Persons who violate mores are ostracized, imprisoned, or killed. Okay. So the first one is, as a social norm, is folkways. Ito magaan lang. But mores is medyo heavy. No? Bakit? Kasi when we talk about mores na, these are rules concerning morality. These are rules concerning ethical standards. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin? When we talk about mores, okay, we talk about how how grave the violation is. Okay? Gaano kagrabe ang violation mo morally and legally. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin? Kasi, yung mga violation, kapag nag-violate ka ng mores, class, meron legal binding din. Ibig sabihin, meron din meron na siyang moral na pananagutan, meron pa ring legal na pananagutan. Bakit? Ano ba itong mga social norms ng mores? Okay? It includes standards on sex behavior. Okay? Ibig sabihin, sex behavior, bawal ang mang-rape, bawal ang mang-molestia, bawal ang mag-harass, sexual harassment, bawal ang cybersex, bawal ang lahat. Okay? Sex behavior. Okay? Bawal mang-rape ng anak, bawal mang-rape ng, okay, kahit na sino, di ba? Rape is in every inch, in every aspect is morally wrong. Okay? Yan. Kahit na perversity ay mali. Okay? Family relations. Yan. Ano ang nakapaloob sa family relation of mores? Kapag binastos mo ang tatay mo, no? Kapag no, hindi mo nirespeto ang nanay at tatay mo o kapatid mo o part ng iyong pamilya, or somehow, no, incest. happened in the family. Incest is incestuous relationship or incestuous rape means nakipagtalik ang isang tao sa kanyang malapit na kamag-anak. Okay? Mahirap siyang i-discuss pero totoo, no? So, halimbawa, ang tatay, ni-rape niya ang kanyang anak. Okay? Morally and legally, no? Ang sagot diyan, no? Attitude towards authority. Yan. Kung meron kang boss, kung meron kang guro, kung meron kang presidente, no? Kung meron kang kung sino man na mas mataas sa'yo at nilapastangan mo, okay? Or let's say, no? Religion, kapag ikaw ay nambastos, blasphemous ang tawag, no? You um you utter blasphemous words, no? Yung mga salitang nambabastos ka na ng relihiyon o ng isang religious personality. Yan, no? Blasphemous ang tawag doon, no? And the other unfortunate sectors of the society. Violation of mores result in strong disapproval and even severe punishment. Persons who violate mores are ostracized, imprisoned, or killed. Sa iba't ibang kultura, iba't iba ang sanction o iba't iba ang parusa. Sa atin, kulong kasi walang bitay. Okay? Doon sa iba, pinapatay yung iba. Yung iba, ina-ostracize. Ano yung ina-ostracize? Tinatapon, hinihiwalay. No? Halimbawa, kung ang mag-asawa nahuling, no, may iba, ang isa, halimbawa yung lalaki, meron siyang ibang karelasyon bukod sa kanyang asawa at nahuli ng kanyang asawa, so usually, no, ina-ostracize, tinatapon, hinihiwalay sa lipunan. Okay? And then we have law. Alam niyo kung ano ang law? Laws, no? Is enforced formally by a special political organization. Enforcing agencies are police courts. It regulates people's behavior or conduct, however, differs from folkways and mores. Yan. Okay. Laws are batas, no? Constitutionally, dito sa Pilipinas, no? Nakapaloob ang mga batas natin sa Philippine Constitution. Okay? Constitution, ito ang ating fundamental law. No? The fundamental law of the land is the Constitution. Okay? Nakapaloob lahat doon ang mga batas ng Pilipinas. Okay? Ito ay ginawa formally, no? Ito ay ginawa ng mga mambabatas, no? Sa Senado, sa Kongreso, no? Enacted at nilagdaan ng mga nakatatas, Pangulo, no? Vetoed by a president. Okay? And then formally enacted or formally implemented or enforced by enforcing agencies, police, mga police. Kaya nga pag may nagnakaw, ang police ang nanghuhuli o korte kapag nagkaroon ng demandahan, no? It regulates people's behavior. O, yan. Ano ang function ng batas? Okay? Ang batas ba ay nakakapagpabago sa behavior ng tao? Ang batas ba ay panakot sa tao? Ang batas ba ay guarantee na ang tao ay magbe-behave ng tama kasi may batas? Okay? So, yun, no? Ano ang kaibahan niya sa mores at folkways? Results of conscious thought and deliberate planning. It is more adaptable to changing condition. Ibig sabihin, no? Ang batas, okay, medyo nagbabago rin sa panahon, okay? Pagka may mga batas na bago, kasi kailangan na. May mga batas na luma, no, obsolete, hindi na angkop sa panahon, binabago na or ina-amend, sabi, amendment law, no? Ina-amend yung batas. Dito, uh, it is more adaptable to changing condition, meaning to say, no, when time changes, no, usually laws changes too. Like for example, cyber law. Before there is no cyber law during our time. Now, during our time, there is no computers, there are no gadgets, no, there are no texts, messengers, emails, no, wala yan. And that's why, no, there is no cyber harassment or cyber sex or cyber bullying. So, there is no law about it. Pero ngayon, meron na. Why? Kasi because of the changing time, changing technology, nagkaroon ng cyber, nag-exist ang cyber crime, so nagkaroon ng cyber law. Yan. Yeah. Then, mores are incorporated into law. Diba sinasabi ko because mores are no morally no pag sinabi natin mores, ito ay uh, uh, mga mga rules na in, nakaatang yung moral, no? Ang moralidad ng isang tao, kaya they are incorporated into laws. Meaning to say, no, may mga bagay na may mga bagay sa mores, no, may mga violation sa mores na nasa batas din ng tao. Okay? Okay. Then, examples sa law, sabi niya, constitution, human rights, traffic law, civil and criminal laws, ordinances, nursing law. Okay. Okay? So, let us continue. Okay? Let us continue discussing, or let's just stop from there, class. This part 2 will be society. Okay? So, okay, that's it for today. Good day.